In 2017, one of the Internet's greatest pioneers was sold for just $4.48 billion. To most companies, that would sound like an incredible success. But not for Yahoo, because just 17 years earlier, Yahoo had been worth an astonishing $128 billion. It was the website millions of people visited every single day, the homepage of the Internet. A company that seemed destined to dominate the digital world forever. So, how did two college students build one of the biggest Internet companies in history? And how did that same company lose almost everything? This is the rise and fall of Yahoo. To understand Yahoo's incredible rise, we have to go back to 1994. The Internet was still in its early days. Most websites were simple. Search engines barely existed. Finding useful information online often meant knowing the exact website address beforehand. For many people, the Internet felt confusing. At Stanford University in California, two electrical engineering graduate students, Jerry Yang and David Philo, were facing the same problem. As they explored the growing web, they began saving their favorite websites in a simple list so they could find them again later. But the list kept growing. Soon it contained hundreds of websites, then thousands. Instead of keeping it private, they organized everything into categories like news, sports, technology, entertainment, and business. Their project wasn't designed to become a company. It was simply a better way to navigate the Internet. They called it Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web. The name wasn't exactly catchy, so later that year they changed it to something shorter, Yahoo, a name that would soon become one of the most recognizable brands in the world. What began as a university project was quietly becoming something much bigger. Yahoo's timing couldn't have been better. During the mid-1990s, millions of people were discovering the Internet for the very first time. But finding useful websites wasn't easy. Unlike today, there were no powerful search engines capable of instantly delivering the best results. Instead, users relied on directories. Yahoo organized the web like a digital library. Whether someone wanted to read the news, learn about sports, discover new businesses, or simply explore the Internet, Yahoo offered an easy starting point. People loved its simplicity. Traffic exploded. Every month, more visitors arrived. Businesses also recognized Yahoo's growing influence. Advertising on Yahoo meant reaching millions of Internet users at a time when online advertising was still in its infancy. As revenue increased, Yahoo expanded rapidly. The small university project had transformed into one of Silicon Valley's fastest-growing companies. In April 1996, Yahoo went public. The stock market welcomed the company with enormous excitement. Investors believed the Internet would change the world. And Yahoo appeared perfectly positioned to lead that future. Almost overnight, the company became one of Silicon Valley's biggest success stories. Going public gave Yahoo something even more valuable than money. It gave the company confidence. Yahoo no longer wanted to be just a directory. It wanted to become the center of the Internet. The company launched Yahoo Mail, then Yahoo News, Yahoo Finance, Yahoo Sports, chat rooms, games, weather, shopping. One by one, Yahoo transformed itself into a digital destination where users could spend hours without leaving the platform. This strategy became known as the portal model. Instead of sending people elsewhere, Yahoo wanted to offer everything in one place. The strategy worked brilliantly. By the end of the 1990s, millions of people had made Yahoo their homepage. For many families, opening the Internet meant opening Yahoo first. The company expanded beyond the United States, launching localized versions across Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Yahoo wasn't just growing, it was becoming a global icon. And by the time the world prepared to enter a new millennium, Yahoo stood at the very center of the Internet revolution. But while Yahoo celebrated its greatest success, a small startup with a clean white homepage and a colorful logo was quietly building a better way to search the web. Its name was Google, and Yahoo had no idea what was coming. The year was 2000. A new millennium had arrived. The Internet was no longer a niche technology for universities and computer enthusiasts. It had become the biggest opportunity the business world had ever seen. Every day, thousands of new websites appeared online. Millions of people bought their very first computers. Families listened to the screech of dial-up Internet as they connected to the web, eager to explore this exciting digital world, and almost all of them started in the same place: Yahoo. By the beginning of the new millennium, Yahoo had become the Internet's front door. Whether you wanted to read the latest news, check your email, follow stock prices, chat with friends, or simply discover new websites, Yahoo offered everything from a single homepage. It wasn't just another website anymore. For millions of people, Yahoo was the internet. Yahoo's rise had become one of Silicon Valley's greatest success stories. Just 6 years after its creation, investors believed the company represented the future of the internet. In January 2000, Yahoo's market value climbed to an astonishing $128 billion. To put that into perspective, thousands of companies around the world spent decades building businesses that never reached even a fraction of that value. Yahoo had achieved it in less than 6 years. Wall Street couldn't get enough. Investors rushed to buy technology stocks, convinced that the internet would reshape every part of modern life. Yahoo became one of the biggest symbols of that optimism. Its stock price soared. Its advertising business flourished. Companies from around the world competed for space on Yahoo's homepage, knowing that millions of people visited it every day. Success seemed limitless. Every quarter brought more users, more advertisers, more revenue. The purple Yahoo logo became one of the most recognized symbols of the internet age. At that moment, very few people believed the company's best days would ever end. Unlike today's internet, where users jump between different apps and websites, Yahoo wanted people to stay in one place. This idea became known as the portal model. Instead of focusing on a single service, Yahoo built an entire digital ecosystem. You could begin your morning by reading Yahoo News, check your investments on Yahoo Finance, send messages through Yahoo Mail, discuss your interests in Yahoo Chat, follow your favorite teams on Yahoo Sports, play games, check the weather, browse shopping deals, all without leaving the Yahoo homepage. For millions of users, it was convenient. For advertisers, it was incredibly valuable. The longer people stayed on Yahoo, the more advertisements they saw. And the more advertisements they saw, the more money Yahoo earned. The strategy worked brilliantly throughout the late 1990s. Yahoo had become more than a search directory. It had become one of the busiest destinations on the internet. But while Yahoo was adding more features, another company was removing them. Google's homepage contained almost nothing, just a colorful logo and a single search box. It looked almost empty. Many people dismissed it as too simple. But that simplicity was exactly what users were beginning to want. Yahoo didn't realize it yet, but the internet was about to change forever. At the beginning of the new millennium, Yahoo looked unstoppable. It had millions of users, one of the world's most recognized internet brands, and a market value of $128 billion. But beneath the excitement, a dangerous bubble had formed. For years, investors had poured enormous amounts of money into internet companies, believing every online business would become profitable. Then reality arrived. In early 2000, the dot-com bubble burst. Technology stocks crashed. Companies that had once been worth billions suddenly collapsed. Yahoo's stock price fell dramatically as investor confidence disappeared almost overnight. Although millions of people still visited Yahoo every day, Wall Street no longer believed the company could grow forever. The internet hadn't disappeared, but the era of easy money had. For Yahoo, this wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a much more difficult journey.
While Yahoo was trying to recover, another company was quietly changing how people used the internet. Google. Its homepage looked almost empty. No news, no advertisements, no weather, no chat rooms, just one search box. But behind that simple design was a powerful search algorithm that ranked web pages by relevance, helping users find useful information faster and more accurately. People noticed, instead of browsing through Yahoo's categories, users simply typed a question into Google. Within seconds, they found exactly what they wanted. The difference was impossible to ignore. Yahoo eventually used Google's search technology for part of its own search service before developing its own systems. But by then Google had already built a reputation for delivering better search results. Year after year, more users switched, more advertisers followed, and Google's influence continued to grow. The company Yahoo had once seen as just another startup was now becoming the new king of the internet. As Google's mission became clearer, Yahoo's became more confusing. Was Yahoo a technology company, a search engine, a media company, an entertainment platform, or an online portal? Instead of focusing on one clear direction, Yahoo tried to do everything at once. The company invested in news, sports, finance, entertainment, shopping, email, and many other services. Each one attracted users, but together, they pulled Yahoo in different directions. Leadership changes only made things more difficult. Over the years, Yahoo appointed several CEOs, each with a different strategy for the company's future. Projects were launched, then quietly abandoned. New priorities replaced old ones. Without a consistent long-term vision, Yahoo struggled to keep pace with competitors that remained focused on their core strengths.
Yahoo hoped acquisitions would help it regain its position. Over the years, the company spent billions of dollars buying businesses it believed would secure its future. In 1999, Yahoo acquired Broadcast.com in a deal valued at nearly $5.7 billion. The acquisition was expected to strengthen Yahoo's position in online media. Years later, Yahoo purchased Tumblr for approximately $1.1 billion, hoping to attract younger users and expand its presence in social media. The headlines were exciting. The expectations were high, but the results never matched the investment. Yahoo struggled to integrate these businesses into its broader strategy. Some services lost momentum. Others failed to generate the revenue the company had hoped for. Instead of reversing Yahoo's decline, these expensive acquisitions became symbols of opportunities that never lived up to their promise. By the middle of the 2010s, the internet had changed. Google dominated search. Facebook had become the world's largest social network. Amazon led online shopping. Yahoo was no longer setting the pace. It was trying to catch up. Then, in 2017, the story reached its final chapter. Verizon purchased Yahoo's core internet business for $4.48 billion. For many people, the number was shocking. Just 17 years earlier, Yahoo had been valued at $128 billion. One of the companies that helped introduce the world to the internet had been sold for a fraction of its former value. It wasn't simply the sale of a business. It marked the end of one of the internet's greatest pioneers. Yahoo's era as an independent giant was over. Yahoo's story is a reminder that success can disappear faster than anyone expects. The company didn't fail because it lacked talent. It helped millions of people discover the internet and shaped the early web in ways that are still felt today, but technology never stands still. The businesses that survive are not always the first to innovate. They're the ones that keep adapting. Every company leaves behind a legacy. Yahoo's legacy isn't just the empire it built. It's the lesson it left behind. Please subscribe, comment your thoughts and share.